4,022. So we are essentially going to end at this rate off by a fair bit, right? So a cooling off, which is what we've seen on the Nifty index, and I think for the Nifty Bank as well. I mean, not surprising really, because many of these moves significant. I mean, and still significant, by the way. Maruti will end up with a 9% gain, right? And across, I mean, autos, four-wheelers, two-wheelers, AC stocks, cement stocks. I mean, in some ways reminds me of that, what was it, 2019? The corporate tax rate cut, which happened late into the year. Stocks all opened up 10% higher. But of course, I mean, the index was up 10%, I think, that day. The next day, not like that, but I mean, these are still on the back of what is likely to be announced, and hopefully it'll, what's done will match up to what the promise is and what the hopes are, what the expectations are. But we've seen significant moves in some of the areas, some of the sectors, which are going to be hopefully meaningfully benefited. So we'll see. 250, 24,883. I think the bell's gone off. The Nifty ends up 1% higher, 3/4 for the Nifty Bank. Midcap index 1.25%. And I think you've got the small cap index, which will come up on your screen, which also ends up about 1.5% higher. 2,000 stocks are up, 1,000 stocks are down. So it's a clean 2:1 advances to decline ratio. This is all NSC that I'm talking about.
And when we come to individual movers and shakers, it's autos, it's consumer durables, it's AC companies. So some examples, look at autos. Maruti, Nifty winner 9%, and it has good company in the form of Hyundai. Another 9% on this stock. I mean, huge intraday moves. Haven't seen this in a long time. Ashok Leyland, 8%. Endurance from the auto component space, 7%. Car trade, 7%. So it's not just, the OEMs, but the entire ecosystem seems to be moving higher. And then if we talk about some of the consumer durables or electronics players, then obviously there's Blue Star, there is Amber, there's PG Electroplast, 7-8% kind of gains on many of these stocks as well. So overall, a big day of GST moves. And throw in stocks like Metro Brands, Bata. Really all about GST today.
All right, all about GST. And, good thing is there's, of course, tomorrow morning going to be headlines and visuals out of that sort of White House meeting, and we'll see. So we remember what happened, the punchline from last time, J.D. Vance asking...
almost threw him out.
No, that famous one line. Did you say thank you once? That was that went viral. So we'll see. But of course, this time...
epic White House television. I don't think that can be repeated in any stretch.
No. That is peak television.
That's peak television, yeah. But he's coming with a whole entourage of people to in support we stand, right? The entire EU delegation.
Yes, absolutely. Not one, but it's going to be equal on both sides, right? So we'll see. But that's going to be the big one tomorrow morning as we come back. It's a wrap on this edition of Closing Bell from all of us here. Goodbye. Thanks for staying with us. More coming up on the other side.